I am the maintenance supervisor here at the Columns at West Chase, and here are a few helpful tips for your new move-in. Alright, first we're going to start off with your appliances. We're going to come in here to the fridge. The ice maker, you want to let it run at least 2 to 3 times before you start actually using the ice. You let it clean out the system, whatnot. And then your microwave, you have all your buttons here, your surface light, your fan, time, all that. You got your stove. Thing about these glass top stoves, you kind of got to be careful with what you cook. You don't want nothing really overflowing on this because it will stick really, really bad. But other than that, these stoves are really, really good. It's really hot. Oven. And then the dishwasher. Definitely want to let this run one time when you first move in, full cycle. Start from here and just let it run all the way through. Okay, so another thing I did forget to mention was how to turn on your ice maker. There's a little thing here. You slide it over to on, and it'll automatically start making ice. The first 3 you want to throw away, and then the 4th you can start using just to clear out the line and the inside of the ice maker. All right, moving forward, we go into your garbage disposal. Your switch will always be on your right-hand side. In case your garbage disposal does stop working for whatever reason, there is a reset button down here. You can see it here. It's a little red button. Push that in. It'll reset your garbage disposal. And as well as if you have any kind of issues with your faucet, bust, starts leaking water, if water starts leaking from down here from the pipes, you have these shut-off valves down here that you can turn clockwise to shut off and counterclockwise to reopen. You want to be very careful with these. Use 2 hands. These pipes are very fragile and they will break. Okay, so all of the restrooms here are equipped with the new water efficient toilets, 1 button push. And as well, in case of an emergency, has a water shut-off valve here. Same, turn to the right to close. And under each sink is the same feature with the same shut-off valve. The water doesn't want to shut off, or if there's a leak, you can always go down there and shut your water off to help prevent more damage, flooding, and your stuff getting wet as well. Okay, and all these units are also equipped with their own standalone water heater. This, as well as if an emergency, your main shut-off valve to cut the water off to the whole unit is right here. It's going to be on the wall next to your water meter. And then if it's just the hot water, this pipe will have its own shut-off valve. You can shut just the hot water off here, and it will help prevent, big water from spilling everywhere. All right. I know a lot of apartment complexes have the switch that controls the light and the fan. Here at our property, 1 light controls the ceiling fan itself, and the other controls a plug for your lamp. So 1 plug in the unit will always be controlled by this light switch for a lamp. Each room has its own plug and its own switch for a lamp. In this room, it's this plug here. And in this room here, it's going to be this plug. So a lot of these plugs are flipped upside down like this, so you can know which one is controlled by the light switch. Some of them aren't, but a lot of them are, and you can go off of that. In your wet areas, you will have these GFCI plugs, which is meant for any kind of power surge or whatever. It will reset. So say you have your oven toaster going and it's too much power, it'll trip this plug and you will lose power to these plugs here in the circuit. Resetting this is just pressing this button back in, and you have your appliances working again. All your plugs are working again. It won't affect your stove or your fridge. Sometimes it will affect the microwave. It just depends on which which plug is tripped. You have one here in your kitchen and another here. So in your bathroom, you do have a GFCI as well, because it's near a sink, which is here. So that is tripped, that is reset.